Awesome. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for being here. We have such a great night for you, and we're so excited. I want to tell you, I'm Patty White-Eye. I'm here with Erin Henley, and this is our Building Beautiful Lives call that we do every Tuesday night. And we like to bring people who are going to share their story of how Monat has impacted them and their families and their lives. And tonight we have a very special speaker. So before I introduce him, I'm just going to say, if you're just getting on, if you're a guest, make sure you put your first and last name in the chat and the person who invited you. If you're a market partner and you know somebody is coming who's your guest, if you could just keep an eye out and maybe pop their name in the chat, because we're going to do a draw at the end, but we need to know all the market partners too. So guys, I'm really excited to introduce to you Ryan Anderson. He is our Senior Vice President of North America and Asia Pacific. He's actually a little bit of a newbie to Monat, not too much anymore, but I have had the pleasure of hearing him speak a couple of times now, probably maybe three times now. He's done some trainings for our team. And I had the absolute pleasure of meeting him in Vegas. And he probably won't remember, because I know there were thousands of us. And we were all like, we were like little kids. Oh my gosh, that's right. We got to get a picture. So I am going to let him take it away. I will tell you this, whether this is something that you're interested in doing or not, he's going to give you a ton of info about this industry, and he's going to inspire you to live your best life. So take it away, Ryan.
Well, of course I remember that, Patty. It was one of my first Monat events in Vegas, but it was so fun being able to meet everybody and to, we've been on Zooms a lot, but to actually see people face to face and to be able to hear their hearts and their stories and a little bit about, why they do Monat. It's definitely exciting to be a part of this. And so I just want to say thank you to you for allowing me to come be on a part of this call, and say thank you to Erin as well and the whole team for allowing me to come be a part of this. I feel so blessed and grateful to be here tonight, but I also feel very blessed and fortunate to be part of Monat. So tonight, I know this is a call for everybody and guests included. So Monty, thank you, you're so nice. Checks in the mail. But I just want to say, I know this is for everybody. I know this call's here. I just want to share just a little bit of my story, because I hope as a guest, it relates to you a little bit, in why and how I got to be a part of this industry. I was introduced to direct sales, home-based business when I was 8 years old. And Erin doesn't believe me yet, but we're going to have to get IDs out and compare. I'm 102 years old. I've been in this industry, like I said, almost my entire life. I was 8 years old when I was introduced to the direct sales, home business. And I will tell you that we were one of those American families that had a little bit more month than paycheck. I'm the youngest of 4 kids. And my dad, to compensate for that, was working 2 full-time jobs. He worked nights and weekends in the coal mine, and then he worked during the day at the post office, which was great, but we never got to see my dad. The only time we ever got to see him was when he came home for showers, food, or sleep. That was really the only time we ever got to see him. And so I will be forever grateful to 2 individuals in my life. The first is the individual who invited my mom to hear about a home-based business. See, they didn't judge us based on where we lived. We grew up in this really small community of a town of 300 people. Still to this day, there's only 300 people there. We had no money. My mom had never had any experience in direct sales. She didn't have an education. We didn't have a network. This is 100 years ago. So we had no access to social media, internet. Calling from one county to the next was long distance. And a lot of you are on here like, what's long distance? Is that when you call internationally, right? But yeah, like I that's when we grew up. And I will be forever grateful because that individual never judged our family, and he saw somebody that needed hope and an opportunity. And I will be forever grateful to that individual, because I don't know, a lot of my friends that I grew up with, they are working in the coal mines still to this day. They grew up there. And I'm not saying that's not a lifestyle, that's not a good one. I'm just saying that that trajectory that my mom said yes to a home-based business opportunity has put me on a path now where I've had the privilege now of being in 28 international countries around the world, seeing thousands of people's lives change because of a home-based business opportunity. And it came from that one invitation. The second person I'll be forever grateful to is my mom. My mom taught me at an early age that if you're willing to dream big enough and work hard enough, anything is possible. Now, my mom never rose to the heights of an Erin or a Patty, but she was able to bring my dad home from one of those full-time jobs so that we had my dad's on nights and weekends. We were able to travel. We were able to create experiences and do all of those things that forever changed the trajectory of me and my family's life, and now is having an impact on my kids' lives and hopefully future generations. And so I love this industry for what it is. I love this industry for what it stands for. I love this industry for what it's done for me and my family and many, many, many friends around the world that I've seen it have a positive impact. And so I share that with you tonight because, one, I think that a lot of times in our industry, when somebody gets invited to hear about a home-based business or a product or something personal development, something like this, it's always kind of that perception or that thought of, well, okay, I see what's in it for them, but what's in it for me? And that's the thing I love about Monat, and that's what has attracted me to Monat, is the fact that it's a culture of helping other people to get and drive to what it is that they're looking for and what it is. And I don't care what walk of life you come from, whether it's more time, more money, more freedom, more personal development, community, everybody's looking for something. And that's one thing that I'm grateful for. And if you're a guest here tonight, I hope that you realize that the person who invited you tonight they invited you because they care about you and they believe that they have an opportunity to help enhance your life in one way or another and connected it to you to what it is that you're looking for. So you fast forward several decades to today, and I will tell you my journey. I've kissed a lot of frogs in order to get to Monat. I joke about that because I think a lot of times people don't really realize how vast or big the direct sales world is. Last year, the industry represented over $180 billion in total revenue. It's estimated that 1 out of every 4 homes in America last year in 2021 purchased a product from a direct sales company in their household. Isn't that crazy? 1 out of every 4 homes in America. And you look at what this industry is, the industry is over 120 years old, believe it or not. So I wasn't the founder of it, even though I'm 102. Avon is the oldest direct sales company today. If there was an older company called Fuller Brushes, if that had still been in business today, that would be the oldest company. But you look at it, over 120 years old. And the number one direct sales company in terms of revenue in the world that did over $8.6 billion in total revenue last year was Amway. And we all have some uncle, right, that sold Amway at some point or another, selling soap on a rope with hope, right? And you look at it from that perspective of like, wow, this is crazy, like how big this industry is and what it represents. But fast forward to me and my journey to Monat, and I hope that you can correlate and look at like your journey here today and how this has come about. I love our industry. I wasn't necessarily excited or happy about where the industry was going. I felt like, our industry that was built on relationships had kind of shifted over the last 10 to 15 years towards a more hype, smoke and mirrors approach versus that of selling a product or a service to somebody who needs it based on relationships and helping enhance and creating a business model around that. And so from that perspective, I wasn't necessarily happy with where the industry was going, and I didn't know what I was going to do. And there's a gentleman that you may or may not know, and I know a lot of our market partners know and love him, is a gentleman by the name of Stuart McMullen. Stuart is an individual who's the president of Monat. He's an individual that I followed for several years throughout the industry. Although it's a vast industry, it's a small industry at the same time. And Stuart is a gentleman who I have a great deal of love and respect for and admiration, because not only what he's done for our industry, but the way that he's done it with integrity and the approach that he's been able to do that. And so he partnered 8 years ago with the Urdaneta family to be the first anti-aging hair company to market in a direct selling space. And I followed Monat's journey, and I followed like how they've operated, how they've done things with integrity, their compensation plan, and the way that they've structured it. It not only benefits leaders, it benefits people all the way throughout the career plan. So if you're somebody that wants to crawl with us, we'll crawl with you. If you want to walk, we'll walk with you. If you want to run, we'll run with you. If you want to fly, we'll fly with you. We have the ability within our commission structure and our personal development programs to meet you where you're at and help you accomplish your goals. The other thing that I admired about Monat that led me here is their product line. Their product line, there's so many different products and vast different things. And where the industry kind of shifted was there was a lot of hype and smoke and mirrors, right? Some berry that grew on the side of the mountain that some goat ate to live to be 120. So therefore you got to eat it too, right? And they put it in a bottle of lotion, potions, or pills, and they sell it, right? And they sell that story of the goat, but there's never really real story or efficacy around the actual product. I'm sure they're good products. And still today, I don't know if you know this, Direct Sales is responsible for bringing aloe vera to market, believe it or not. It was a direct sales company that brought it. Now you can buy toilet paper with aloe vera in it. We have bottled water today because direct sales educated on that. There's so many different products that direct sales has brought to market, right? And so Stuart saw the advantage of partnering with Ray and the family around bringing this anti-aging hair care company to market and being able to tell that story because the products actually work. That's the beautiful thing about them, is they work. They're clinically proven, they're safe, they're effective, and they get desired results fast. And that's something that, was, first of all, it was a concept or an idea and the products line behind that. But over the last 8 years, the company has been able to prove that not only through clinical studies and data, but we've got over 2 million customers around the world. And today, we're touted as being the #1 premium hair care company in the world, not just in direct sales, but amongst all the brands out there in the world. And that shows the efficacy of the products. So you look at leadership with integrity, you look at a compensation plan with integrity, you look at products with integrity that work, that are affordable, and we've proven that, right? Like in 8 years, in just that short amount of time, we become the #1 premium hair care company in the world. So, but the fourth thing that really attracted me to Monat, and I'm sharing these things with you in hopes that there's something that aligns with your values or your mission or your vision or your dreams. But the one thing that I will tell you is that Ray and Stuart, they're not individuals who have had a lot of success and they're content. And that's one of the things that I've really fallen victim to in my career and coming across and doing different things. I said I've kissed a lot of frogs, but the one thing that I've come across is that people hit a certain level of respect or success, and they pull back, right? They're like, I've accomplished my goals and my dreams, so I'm going to pull back and just put things on cruise control, and not realizing that there's millions of people that are counting on them to lead and drive the company to future success. And that's one of the things that I've been so fortunate and grateful to admire about Ray and Stuart, is that they're never content. They're not content because they take upon them. Ronald Reagan once said, if you want to get something done, give somebody a checklist and chances are they'll get it done. But if you want to change the world, give somebody a cause or a purpose, and they'll change the world. And that's Ray and Stewart's cause and purpose. Yes, they want to be leading anti-aging, hair, skin, nutrition. They want to do all of that, which is phenomenal, right? But their goal is, and this is something that I get so passionate about, is they want to create the company that has the most thousandaires in the world. And you think about that, well, what's a thousandaire, right? Think about that. Like, what would an additional $1,000 mean to you and your family this month? And maybe not you, but what about somebody that you know? What would an additional $1,000 mean for that? And we really believe here at Monat that we can create every single month 1,000,000 families every single month earning $1,000 or more through our pay plan. And that is a big task. Like that is huge, but that cause or that purpose is something that we can all rally around. You know, we can sit and talk about the $1 Million Club, and we can talk about the Cadillacs, and we can talk about the trips and all of the fun things that are there, but those are going to be a byproduct of creating thousandaires. Our focus, our goal, our vision, our mission is to create thousandaires and to help connect people to what it is that they're looking for and to help them create that advantage. And it's needed now more than ever. If you look at just right here in the United States, and I know we've got some of our beautiful friends from the Australia market down below that are going into their winter season. Not bragging that we're going into our summer season, as I'm looking at snow-capped mountains here in Utah. We just had snow this last week, but I'm looking forward to spring and summer. But as we look at that, like what we're doing around the world and the impact that we have the ability to do this. And right here in the United States, they said that 50% of Americans, that's 50%, have missed a mortgage payment or a rent payment within the last 2 years. Think about that. They said that currently with inflation per person, not per household, per person, that the average household is up $280 per person. It's estimated, Forbes just estimated the other day, they said that due to the cost of inflation, buying the exact same things that you bought in 2021, in 2022, will cost the average household $4,800 more per year than what they paid in 2021. These are not Monat statistics. Like, this is the reality that we're living in today. And the whole vision and purpose of creating thousandaires was talked about and dreamed about and put plans in place and different things years ago before the situation ever got to where we're at today. And that's why I'm so proud and honored to be partnered with Monat. And then the fifth and final reason, and I'll leave you with this, is I've never had the privilege of working with such incredible field leaders. Obviously, got Aaron and Patty on here, and there's so many other leaders on here. I could scroll through the pages and find their faces, but I've never worked with a field leadership group that has so much integrity and passion for helping people. And it's not about them. It's never about them. I've never been involved in a conversation with any Monat leader that's about their income and their success and their all of the things about them. It's always about helping other people succeed. And that's the reason why I'm so grateful and blessed to be part of this company and to be partnered with these amazing leaders that are on this call. And I can't wait to go out and, one, change the industry, two, create 1 million thousandaires, and three, to create a legacy with these fine leaders. So Aaron, Patty, again, I just want to say thank you for the opportunity to be with you guys tonight. I'm happy to answer any questions, but just again, thank you so much for the opportunity to be here. I'm grateful and honored and respect you both more than you know.
Thank you so much, Ryan. I'm going to go back and listen to the recording because I want to write down the numbers that you gave us. I'm a numbers person, math teacher, high school math teacher, and that really speaks to me. And I don't know if it speaks to anybody else, but I literally have chills thinking about, I'm emotional thinking about how difficult it has to be for a lot of people, because I know that we were looking at how much it was costing to put gas in the truck for my husband in the last week. He put $300 worth. One fill up was $170, and we're going to sell the truck because it just doesn't make any sense to keep pumping. We'll get another one later, but I'm going to turn it over to Aaron for a second and see. He said he might have something to say, and then we'll see if you guys have questions.
Okay, thanks, Patty. First, make sure you put your name in the chat if you're a guest, and let us know maybe the market partner that invited you. We are giving away because we've got such a flagship speaker tonight in Ryan, I just fell in love with Ryan the first time I met him. I'm seriously got a massive man crush on you, Ryan. Sorry about that. and I just wanted to come back a little bit. The thing that, you can talk about creating 1,000 heirs and all this, what everybody needs to take away from this call is if you take a step back and you think about where you are in your life, whether it is you need just have that great hair, or you have an issue with your hair and you'd like to get that solved, or your skincare or your wellness, or maybe it is something to do with your financials. We all know we could use some extra money. I want you to take a picture of what you think your best life looks like in 5 years, 10 years, and can you see a path to go make that happen? What we're trying to tell you is there's a path laid out in front of you here. The person that invited you believes in this. Everything we talked about, the products we provide, the backup we've got from corporate, the support system you have on this call is all here to help you figure out what that best life is and then go after it as fast as possible. Because once you know what it is, you want to go get it. And you should try to get it as fast as you can, because the kids are growing up. They're going to move out soon. You're not getting any younger. All of these things pile up, and that's what I want. That's why I show up. That's why I do what I do. And that's why we love to get you on the call and talk about building beautiful lives. And I will pass it. And I also want to say thank you to Ryan. If I haven't thanked you so much, I just love listening to you talk. I can listen to you talk all the time. But I'll throw it back to Patty.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, you guys, I am trying to get everybody's name on the wheel. So if anybody hasn't already put their name on the wheel, in the chat, I need your first and last name and the person who invited you. And I think I have everybody. So as long as we haven't missed anyone, I've been pretty meticulous to go through the chat like 15 times. So I'm pretty sure, just give me one more second. Sorry, there's a lot of people on tonight. So, I missed one more person. Hold on. Cynthia, who invited you? I need to know who your market partner was that invited you, if you don't mind. And I got Izzy, I got Melissa. That's one I was missing from Jessica. Okay, I'm trying to multitask, you guys. Okay, sounds good. She said she's an MP. I think we're good. There's another message. Okay, I think we're good. Wait, Cynthia said, that's a different Cynthia. Okay, I think we're good. Okay, are you guys ready for me to spin the wheel? Hold on here. Can you see that? We should be good. All right, we're gonna give it a little spin and we'll see who wins our Rejuvenique oil. Very exciting. Melissa, so Valerie is the market partner. So Valerie, if you can get Melissa's information for us. Congratulations, Melissa. You're gonna get a Rejuvenique oil. And I wanna say thank you to everybody for coming on tonight. And thank you obviously to Ryan, because he is a super busy guy, you guys. And the fact that he takes the time out for us is part of the reason why we love him so much. And Aaron, thank you for always hosting this for us. We really appreciate it. Please come back next Tuesday. Bring your friends, guys. You know somebody out there is probably needing what we have, even if it's just this incredible community, but we can help in so many different ways. So have a great night and we'll talk to you next week. Bye, everybody.